Hello everybody, I hope your week is going great. I want to share with you a word that I have for everyone here from Isaiah 61, at the end of verse 3. He says, "They shall be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor." You know, I like to take personal retreats every once in a while, and recently I went to the botanical garden and I just have a moment to myself. And as I was standing next to a handful of trees, my attention was drawn to the tree, and I was looking very closely to it, and I saw all kinds of life on it, like ants and moss, and I looked up and there's animals and there's birds, and I was looking at it and I thought, wow, this tree it's an entire ecosystem all by itself, not just a tree. It has its own life that lives in the tree. And I had the thought, you know what, I want my faith, I want my life to be like an ecosystem. There's great people, you can probably think of some amazing men and women of God, mothers and fathers in the Lord, who their whole faith has created an ecosystem. I can think of our own Chancellor, Dr. Robertson. His faith and what God has done in him and through the visions that God has given him have created an entire university, have created CBN and thousands and hundreds of thousands, if not much more, people have come to the Lord through his diligence and his faith and his walk with God. I would love to be like that, wouldn't you? I'm sure all of you would love to have a faith like that creates an entire ecosystem. And so as I was thinking about that, I realized, and I felt like the Lord was drawing my attention to the age of the tree. You know, that the tree was not just a sapling. The tree wasn't just planted yesterday. That tree had been there for literally decades. And I think there's a lesson in that. In order for us to be oaks of righteousness, like it says in Isaiah, we have to be planted. You know, if your branches reach out and bear fruit, if you have a long reach, you have to have a root system that supports that, and that takes time. So I want to encourage you, be patient. Let your roots grow deep into the Lord, and let your roots grow deep into what he's called you to do. Now, consistency is what a tree needs to grow long and tall and have a far reach. Consistent growth slowly over time. That's what you and I need. We can't be planted and then uprooted and then planted and then uprooted and then planted. We need to be planted in a place. So I encourage you, resist the urge to start projects and then quit them. Resist the urge to quit things before you finish them. Go ahead and follow through with the things that God has called you to do. That doesn't mean living in the same house or working the same job for 30 plus years. That may mean change, but it means consistency, the same direction, consistent for long periods of time. And with that, you will be like a tree, an oak of righteousness, planted for the glory of the Lord. I hope that encourages you, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. God bless you.